put this on. Grand Rising, y'all. Grand Rising, babies. I'm getting ready to do, y'all know I'm going to get on this treadmill because I'm still banned on TikTok. Grand Rising, y'all. Grandma about to get on this treadmill, babies. Okay. Dang it, this light is so bright. I don't like this light. Grand Rising for my little one viewer. Grandma lost over 75 pounds down, Bukas. So, Grandma trying to make sure she keep her little momentum going. I took a break for like 2 days. Baby, we need to be accountable, baby. Just be accountable. Hi, y'all. I don't know. Do it seem dark in here to y'all? Yeah, it's a little dark. Grand Rising, y'all. I'm getting ready to get on my treadmill with y'all for a little bit. As soon as I find my... Where's my remote? Oh. Oh, baby. I'm so nosy, y'all. Hey, y'all. Who in the building, baby? Who is in the building, Bukas? I say I gotta start coming live on here because I'm kicked off of TikTok. My TikTok, baby. So I'ma come over here with you guys. Grandma is 75 pounds down. All you gotta do, y'all, is walk. Get y'all little treadmill, baby. One of these little lightweight ones. You put it under your couch when you're done. This how Grandma been doing it, y'all. 75 pounds down, okay? Oh, here we go. I don't know who is in here, but... Woo! Get you one of these little fanny packs. While you walking. Make sure you put your headphones in here, okay? And just walk, y'all. You can walk on your treadmill, watch some TV, but just walk, baby. You don't have to do a lot of extraneous you know, stuff to lose this weight. Like I said, I'm over 75 pounds down. And it's not hard. I'm not in the gym. Oh, shit. I'm not in nobody's gym. Okay? You don't have to be in the gym, babies. Get you a treadmill and just walk. So, if I telling you. Now, when I put these headphones on, I like to listen to the endocrine system because that contains your adipose tissue, which this is what we're dealing with whenever we have stomach or we have FUPA. We're dealing with infestation, old cortisol, adrenaline, etc. So start listening to the dolphin alchemy frequency, you guys, for your adipose tissue. That's where a lot of these things are hiding at. I'm gonna get my butt on here. Now, when I first started walking with weights on, I couldn't do no more than 5 minutes, babies. Don't push it. Don't push it because you'll injure yourself. But I can do up to 45 minutes to an hour. Uh-oh, who's commenting? Hi. Yes, I'm 75 pounds. I'm here, sorry, listening while I... Who here? Hi, Marge. Hey, baby. I'm just a rambling on. Hi, Marge. How you feeling? Huh? This is one of the ways, y'all, we get this weight up off of us. Y'all hear me? And y'all saw what I did here with these headphones? Okay, we have headphones right here. We're listening to Dolphin Alchemy Frequency. Okay? While toning and walking. Yeah, so let me get my butt back on here live. Ooh. Hi, Marge. How you feeling? Who else is here? You good? Me too, Marge. Oh, man. Woo. I tell you what. Since I've been banned from TikTok and not going live every day, my meditation skills have enhanced. They have enhanced and they have increased. So, based on the law of duality, we may perceive something to be bad, right? It's bad. We don't think that it's good. But baby, that law of duality, every negative has a positive. Trust. Everything that's being done, if we always take a moment to stop and reflect, we'll always see the positive in that negative. So TikTok blocked me, right? I can't go live until May the 9th. But during this time, I'm finishing up getting courses done for you guys. So when I come back, we'll have the courses, something that I've been procrastinating over for the longest, you know. So I'm working on that today up until these next 4 days. So I'm getting things done. So I say this to say, y'all, everything that happens in your life, if you are perceiving it to be negative, think again, because it's not. Nothing is never being done to us. It's always being done for us. Ooh. Yeah. Awesome. I'm in. You in? Marge, let's get it. Okay? Let's get it, y'all. And work out. My body is totally different, you know. But again, back to when things happen in your life, y'all. Take a moment to reflect. Reflect on what you perceive to be negative. And I promise you, you'll always see the positive, you know. Like I told y'all the other day when my daughter passed away. Baby, we know that was a big negative, right? And one would say to themselves, like, there could never be a positive in losing a child. But I'm here to tell y'all, it is. And I was just amazed as probably everyone would be, to find out that there could be such a thing in existence of losing one's child, that there would be something of any inkling of positivity in that, right? And the way I found this out, you guys, is I had to live through it. I lost my daughter. I started awakening, researching the universal laws. And baby, I stumbled upon the law of duality. And I started to apply it to my life. I said, okay, well, Jamie, what's positive? What are you doing now that you weren't doing when your daughter was alive? And I said, oh my goodness, I'm starting to walk in my purpose. You know, I'm being a self-proclaimed teacher, right? Healer, whatever. And that was the positive in losing my daughter. Marge, let me ask you, when you lost your son, did you ever get to the positive in losing him? Because with my daughter, that was my positive. Because I tell you, if she was still here today, nobody would have known me. I wouldn't even be on the internet. I would have never healed myself to get myself bold and courageous enough to get on the internet. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't do that when my daughter was alive, because my daughter had me all time and energy. She had me. I would be with her right now with the kids. So what I try to do now in learning that, and that's how I learned to connect that with every aspect of our lives, you know. Whew. We're going to do an hour, y'all. I'm going to be on here for an hour. I'm still trying. Okay, I haven't found the positive yet. Oh, Marge. Okay, just take your time. Remember, we got to have grace with ourselves, right? Me, I just always been that little extra deep person, right? And I'm just like, ugh. And I think for me, I found out sooner than later, because come to find out, my mission is to help awaken and to help heal the people, right? It's sort of like what I've been doing. So I think I just had to find out a little bit sooner. But you will, Marge. Stay at it and stay into your reflection mode. For any time that you perceive something to feel negative, immediately go into it and ask, what's the positive? Maybe you can start asking yourself, what am I doing differently as opposed to when my son was here? Have I found any signs of light, of happiness, of peace, right? You know, since baby girl been going, y'all, I done lost over 75 pounds. Okay, grandma birth certificate says she's 49. I am the strongest I've ever been, literally. You get what I'm saying? So just start small. Start small, March, because sometimes it's the things that we perceive to be so small that we don't give the credit of noticeability. You see? So stay at it. It's there, March. Trust me on this. These universal laws, 100%. So just keep staying at it, you know. Anything that you didn't do or that you're doing differently now since your son's passing, think about it. Think about it. Because sometimes it be right there, but we be so still connected, you know, with our pain, with our grief, that we overlook it. So then we can't give it the credibility that it deserves, you know. But stay with it, Marge, because trust, it's there. You hear me? It's there. Yeah. And I was amazed to find that after my daughter left. And it went like this. This was the word, you know, step by step. Daughter passed away. I started to awaken. I started researching. I started realizing life is not what we thought it was. And losing my daughter, that was my actual trigger to awaken. And I started diving deep, going down a rabbit hole, right? Then we come across these laws. And the law itself, when I first found it, I was upset because I was like, every negative has a positive. There ain't no positive in losing my child. So for 3 days, I walked away from it. And for 3 days, I let it go out of my mind. By midday, third day, I went back to it and I said, okay, Jamie, your heart is telling you that these universal laws are true and correct. So I said, okay, just reflect. Have an open mind. These are the things I'm telling myself. So I said, okay. And I said, question. I said, what am I doing different or more positively than I was doing when my daughter was alive? And it all came out. And I cried, y'all. I cried for a couple of days because I couldn't believe that there would be a positive after losing your daughter. So I was messed up. I was messed up. You know, it kind of hurt me because when we think losing a child, we think we're supposed to be in this lower state, this sad state, this grieving state forever. That's not even the truth, and it's nowhere near close to the truth, you know? And so that's kind of like what helped me and, you know, guided me just in knowing that truth. And it's a battle when we got to go within. It is a battle, though, you know? It's a battle. But I started getting myself together, y'all. Lost that weight, 75 pounds down. And here I am. I'm still going. You know, we got our good days or bad days. We rise, we fall. We reminisce, right? The pain from the reminiscing itself can kind of, you know, hinder you. But you tell yourself, Jamie, this is not my current state. This is not the state that I prefer to stay in or be in. I don't want to be in this state, you know. So then we keep going. And then we really start to focus on the things that make us happy. And one of the things for me is freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. When I became a mom, my mom told me I stopped smiling. I stopped smiling. And I did. Life got real serious. Everything got serious. The fear started to come. I got very fearful with everything. I became a fearful, angry mother. All right? I wasn't an easy mom, y'all. I was angry. Angry at the fact that I was a single mother with children. Oh, that really pissed me off. And, you know, a lot of the times my kids suffered from that very anger. You know, they suffered. They got the beatings because that was my way of expressing. See, I tell people a lot of times, when we think that we are doing things right or we 100% perfect, we're not. We out here hurting people too. That's why they say hurt people, right? But yeah, my kids, they felt my anger. They felt my rage. So basically, that is how these generational curses get passed along. Generational curses are nothing but learned behavior. They learn it. They experienced it. They felt it. Whether it's from whoopings, you know, pain, or a mother being angry because she's a single mother with no support, with no help. That in itself will tear people up, you know. But then you keep going. You keep going. You find you. You realize I'm not who I was yesterday. I'm not that person anymore. And then you learn to forgive yourself. Because that's all we got in this world is forgiveness. And forgiveness is key to healing. You know? That's what we're here for, y'all. To keep going and to keep learning from our experiences. And then when we get the chance or opportunity to spread the light to others, we do that. We spread that light. Right? Because let's face it. We living in a time where people are living amongst other people with a bunch of trauma, a bunch of generational curses that we're carrying from centuries ago. You know, it's still here. And it doesn't go anywhere until we heal that trauma, those curses. So it starts with us. And one of the big things for me was taking accountability, you know, taking accountability for how I feel, for my feelings, taking accountability for the way that the way I made the choices to handle life, you know. We got to remember, y'all, we all came here not knowing how to do nothing. As we born, that begins the course, the game of life. We're supposed to learn how to be, emotional, stable creatures. But when life starts lifing, it changes us. But then that's where the accountability takes place. It takes us to stand in the mirror and say, okay, wait a minute. I've been mean to people. I've been thinking I was perfect and everybody else was wrong. I'm depressed because I just choose to be depressed. I just choose to wake up one day and say, oh yeah, that's right. I was depressed yesterday, so I'm going to finish being depressed today. Everything is a state of mind. Even earlier today, I quickly was like, I felt a little down. But then I said, girl, shake that shit off. Go get on this treadmill, go live. It might be one person whose spirit you touched today. Might be one person who's currently going through the very thing that you've gone through or continue to go through. So when I say that I learned that everything is a choice, I mean that. Everything's a choice. From how we feel, it's all a choice. We can choose to say, somebody asks you, how you feeling today? What's your response? And at that moment, you know that it is a choice. It's a choice to tell somebody how I'm feeling today. It's really a choice, right? Because how else are we feeling something if we are not saying, today I choose to be depressed? How you feeling? Great. That person chose to feel great. It is not rocket science, y'all. So, what I'm learning for self is that the more I become aware, the more self-aware I am, the more accountable I am, the more I can take accountability with ease. Yeah. Y'all get what I'm saying? Because how we think of ourselves or how we feel about ourselves, we affect everybody we come into contact with those thoughts and feelings. We affect them. Because we do know that energy, it transmutes energy. Ooh, what was that? Oh, I must have put this on a timer today. That was a good thing. I needed some, I'm drinking my tea, y'all. So I'm back on my, y'all, I'm back on this bitter tea. And it's very, very bitter. I'm back on it. It is what it is. So we're going to see what this do for me for the next 7 days. We're going to follow this. I have a new regimen. I'm not going to tell y'all all of it just yet. Okay? Because we finna see what it do. Grandma 75 pounds down. Grandma loving on herself, y'all. Unapologetically, babies. You said... Oh, excuse me. Hey, Marge. I'm drinking, today we have burdock root. We have, I have burdock root, clove, wormwood, and black walnut hulls today. I'm back on this very strong, potent parasite cleaner, detox. We're detoxing again, y'all. And I'm honestly going to follow this regimen for the next 30 days. So we're starting this off today. I gotta mark a calendar too, because we're gonna follow this. I'm doing 30 days full course. Normally, when I do my detox tea, I would normally do 2 weeks on and then take a break for 2 weeks. But baby, this right here said, no ma'am, we finna do 30 days, sugar plum. Yes, Marge. He says, I can't stand any of these. And you know why I choose to do these, Marge? Because these are the strongest out of all of the courses that they have out here. Because this method, cleanse your blood. The clove handles the babies, right? And then we get the larvae. Because, see, parasites are in different stages. And we have to hit every stage. Because look at it like this, Marge. Daily, one parasite inside of us is giving birth to over 200,000 eggs. Okay, so when we say that I'm bloated today, yeah, that's what you're bloated with. Woo! Okay, yes. So this is why I choose this one because it's so potent. The more, put it like this, the more bitter something is, the more potent it is. And you need potency for these type of parasites that we're carrying inside of our body, y'all. We need this strong, this strength, because we're not supposed to have this. We're not supposed to have a fupa. We're not. And yeah, so I'm gonna follow this for 30 days, and I'm gonna make sure I'm working out. I'm gonna actually start doing this at 6 o'clock in the morning, so at least by 9 or 10, I could put something else in my stomach. You said you brought the pills. Oh, you got the pills, Marge? Let me know how they work. Let me know how they work. This is so bitter. So I like to do it while I'm on my little treadmill for, about an hour. This is my new regimen, y'all. And let me tell y'all, ever since I started walking with weights on, oh yeah, it's doing something. I'm toning up. The butt is toning up. The thighs are toning up. I'm starting the tone up process. So I'm excited about this, y'all. It's really about just pouring into us. Yeah, I might have to try the pills next go round. But this time, y'all, I'm doing 30 days. We're going to do 30 days straight. I don't want to take a break like I did before, because when they give birth, these things give birth to over, 200,000 eggs. So it's like we defeat the purpose. Yes, y'all, I feel so good. I'm so glad I got up and got on this treadmill, because it's already starting to raise my vibration. So I'm already starting to vibe high. Whereas I love that I'm being more conscious about myself and my feelings, like catching my feelings when I start to fall. And y'all know we feel our feelings. We feel our feelings. We feel ourselves falling. It's just a lot of times we choose not to catch ourselves. We choose to go down, baby. We choose to go all the way down until we cry for 3 and 4 and 5 days. But I'm starting to be more aware. So I'm loving this stage of the journey where you become more aware of your feelings and the people you interact with. Like, life is really a journey, one that we will never stop journeying. Never. The universe be like, okay, throw them a curveball, baby. Throw them a curveball. You says, yes, I noticed when I fell now. And fix it. Yes, Marge. Come on, baby. I also took ivermectin. How is that, Marge? I'm hearing a lot of people talk about that. How is ivermectin? Ooh. I'm trying to ignite this fire back, y'all. And this fire popping. My love, y'all, look at my thighs. And they feel so strong. I was married to an African. And when I tell you that their thighs, their butts is firm, tight, and it just feel. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel just like my ex-husband. So I'm excited, y'all. That means I am bringing the strength back. My ex-husband told me one day, he said, you women in America, you look so good, so big and so plump. But when you touch you're squishy, you're soft. He said, that is not good. And he was speaking the truth, speaking facts. And now I'm proud of myself. He said, some bring me down to the, this light, y'all, be, I'm about to get tired of this light. This light be, it's this light mess. Hold on, Marge. Let me get this. Damn. Oh, I can't even find my darn glasses. Hold on, Marge. This light be, I don't know what this light be doing. But same, daddy. Baby, tell the world. Alright, let me get these things. They start messing with my reading. Some foods bring me down to like bread. Yes, Marsh, because bread feed them parasites. It makes me nervous. I took it for a week, but I'm sticking with the combo you use in pill. Yes, yep. We just gotta stick with it, March. Because I'm gonna tell you this. What I've noticed for me when I stop mid-treatment, baby, them things start multiplying. They come up out of the adipose tissue and they start laying eggs erratically. You know, so we got to stick to it because this is all I have left. I didn't pretty much toned up. I'm going to get this here and this is starting to break up. This is the lymphatic system, so that's filled up. But the more movement that we have, and if we keep our vibrations high, because look at it like this. Every time we start to vibe low or we go down, what happens is we're releasing cortisol and adrenaline, which is coming and filling up this area. So then we're basically making a hiding place for the parasites. So it makes it that much harder to treat them because we up here making, you know, making them hiding places. They hiding in the cortisol and the adrenaline. How often are you doing it? I did it in November. I took a long break, a couple of months. I think the last time I did it was around November. And I just took a break, but it's time to go back because this is the only area that I'm fighting, and I got the download to do it again. And again, I think the reason I'm doing it again is because I fell in frequency these last couple of months. Remember, I told you when we fall in frequency, our body produces an excessive amount of cortisol and adrenaline. So now we start to expand this way and that way from our own fluids. And again, each chakra and even our emotions are connected to parasites. So look at it like this. When we're sad and depressed, we're feeding parasites. Literally, we're feeding them. We are feeding them. Okay? So the last couple of months, I've been down the drain. Since November. Yep, since November, I've been down the drain. But, you know, the light is coming back online. So here we go again. But this time, as opposed to me doing it for 2 weeks, I'm going to do it for a full 30 days. And this is so strong that I'm going to have to replenish. This is why I think I'm going to do it around 6 o'clock in the morning. That way I can eat something, you know, vegetables and stuff. I'll be doing a lot of greens, you know, kale, a lot of dark leafy greens because we need extra fiber whenever we're detoxing. Fiber, so we can pull out what we're unaliving. And then I like to sit in the sun, so, yeesh. Yeah. Oh, and I have ginger too. Did I say ginger? I always put the ginger with any detox that I do in tea form because ginger will stop the nausea. Because you're going to be nauseous. You're going to have this reflex from this tea. It's going to be a reflex to vomit. Right? To vomit. You don't want to vomit, you know. But that ginger stops it for me. So you see, I'm just able to just drink it. It tastes like a big cup of earwax. But it's paying off. You know, I'm down to the last little bit of these parasites. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Yep. Do little stretches, you know. But movement is what's needed because when our lymphatic system gets congested for lack of movement, we're not going to push out anything. We can take all the herbs we want. But if that lymphatic system is congested under here, you know, all the way down, if it's congested, we ain't going to rid nothing. So we got to keep it up. You know, you get your little, I'll do that in a few. But my little weights, I walk with my weights. I walk. Just walk with your weights. Okay? Because that's going to help unblock this lymphatic system. This is lymphatic blockage. Under your arms, lymphatic system. That's why they gave us those, you know, certain deodorants with certain things. Because it does nothing but keep these parasites congested right here in that area. Yeah. Ooh. We ain't got no sun today, y'all. I'm irritated. I wonder how you was drinking that ginger might help a little. Yes. Oh, ginger is going to help March. Any tea you take, make sure it's some ginger in it. That's probably why I can handle it. And I don't drink just a little bit, baby. My cup be filled. Yeah, and I mix mine with a little bit of probably hemp milk or what did I use today? Oat milk. Mm-hmm. Very bitter. Yep, very bitter. Yeah, because when I first started doing this, I was like, "Ugh, ugh," ready to just go, 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 go. But, baby, I said, I'm going to need some ginger in my life. And ginger has been helping me with everything. You know, ginger good for high blood pressure. Ginger is good. Ginger good for the lady parts. Yes, get the lady parts popping. Mixing it with the cloves too. Baby, within an hour, sugar, I'm gonna be looking for something. Mm-hmm. Yep. But this thing right here, y'all, this all we need. This is all we need. Get yourself a nice little treadmill and just walk. And right here, I don't know about you, but feel behind your knee. You said you love hemp milk. Look, March, feel behind your knee. Like squeeze this part. Squeeze it. Squeeze. Tell me what you feel. Tell me what you feel. That's part of your lymphatic drainage right here. See, this is why most of us start to get big in the legs and stuff, because the lymphatic system is congested right here at the back knee part. That's because a lot of times we get parasites that like to lodge right there, because this is also a feeding ground as well as here, feeding ground. They don't want your energy, your life force to move and for us to flush these things out. But you just squeeze, child. You'll feel what I'm talking about, babe. This is a whole lymphatic system, and I still have a minor blockage right here. So this is why I'm doing my work here, and then I'll go ahead and get on my stair stepper too. Mm-hmm. These parasites are very crafty. They're very intelligent. And that's why one of the best things we can do is vibe high. Vibe high. And love on you. Love on you. Shit. That's another thing that stops us, from truly, from really healing ourselves. When we can't love our true authentic selves for who and what we are, how we look, how we walk, how we talk, we got to love all of this. Because if not, we're doing ourselves a disservice. Shit. We've been out here making all of these unwise decisions. But we need those decisions so we can, learn from them. When I first started with these weights, I'm telling you, I couldn't do it but for maybe 3 minutes. And then I'm just like a pro. It's starting to get hot too. Woo. I have another treadmill. It's it's on my porch, but it's the real big one. I don't know what to do with it. I think I'm gonna sell it. I was on live the other day and somebody told me, just go to the gym. And they was really upset, like, go to the gym. I'm like, what's wrong with you people? Like, what's wrong with you people? Huh? Do you treadmill, March? I wanted to go walk, but it was a little rain. I wanted to go out to the park today. No sun and a little bit of rain. So I said, that's okay, girl. That's what you bought this treadmill. Get this treadmill and get your walk on, sugar. You know. I'm learning to really go with the flow. Just go with the wind, you know. I was on out the other day, Mark. It wasn't nobody on here, baby. I was talking like it was 5,000 people in this building. Because there's a lot of people that say, I don't want to go live because there don't be nobody on there. I said, girl, shit, huh? You better talk like you talking. You talking to 1,000 people. And get yourself in the habit. That's called practice, you know? Ooh. Sheesh. Oh my goodness, no, I'm trying to gain some weight. You trying to gain some weight, Marge? Why? Or like what, tone it up weight? I just want to tone up now, Marge. Tone me up, please. Tone me up, please. Oh, I'm loving myself. So I do walk a lot. Okay. I feel you. But you know, Marge, we wasn't meant to be big. We only get bigger because of like, I mean, I guess you can build up. I don't even, somebody gonna have to explain to me what muscle is, to be honest. Because if you ask me, well, I don't know, but the weight that you talking about, Marge, that might be cortisol, adrenaline, depending on how you trying to gain it. I got alpha gel and weed 90. I'm up to 115. What the heck is alpha gal? What is that? Tell me what it is. Let me try to mix it up a little bit now. I know one thing, y'all. I'm getting so strong now. It's like the more you do it, the stronger you get. The more I do it, and the stronger I get. How do you know? Oh my gosh, this lead light is serious. You said red meat allergy. Oh, I had mast cell activation, so I became allergic to everything. Oh my gosh. Except rice, beans, and salt. Ooh. Oh my God, Marge. So what exactly are you eating? What? Shit. What about your green vegetables? You can't eat kale or your vegetables, dark leafy greens or something? Let me try to make this a little faster. Woo! Dang, Lord. Y'all, I feel the same way I did when I was in my 20s. You know? Baby, let them know. Oh my gosh, Marge. I'm trying to see if it's going to rain. I gotta run and get my milk and my dark leafy greens. I need them. That's what keep them bones strong. They was lying to us when they said we needed what? They was lying. We need dark leafy greens for strong bones. Doo, 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 doo. Yeah, I gotta get back to my soups. So I'm gonna go up there today and get my greens. I'm gonna get some dandelions and some kale today. And that's probably it. Oh, and my cabbage. So I can make my cabbage soups. I do a lot of cabbage soup. You know, get back onto my soups, especially while I'm detoxing. So, yeah. Woo! You know what I love about using these weights, y'all? Is the fact that it begins to change the way that I'm walking. It like helps to open up the hip. You'll be surprised, y'all. Now I do have some 10-pounders. I'm gonna get them out the car today, and I want to try to add those to it, because them 10-pounders gonna get me together. I could probably only do like 5 minutes on them things. I don't know. I have one more week to get tested for allergies and hopefully cleared for more. Oh my gosh, I can now. 3 weeks ago I got acupuncture and I'm eating so much more. Marge, do you listen to frequencies? Try listening to 528. Start out with rotate between 528 and 741. Okay? They're really good. Get them toxins out first, because those so-called allergic reactions, that's because something's in there triggering your immune response system. I remember they had to give me 12 needles for the allergy testing. I'm not recommending this, but for me, I started giving myself in small increments the very things that I was so-called allergic to, because that's what they told me that they were going to do to me. I was allergic to the grass, weeds, dandelions, everything pretty much that I needed today during this awakening. I was told that I was allergic to. Go figure. Okay? Baby, when them ancestors sent me that message to start taking dandelion, I listened. And I did. At first I was so scared, but then I was like, Jamie, trust the downloads, Lucas. So, yeah. That's what they told me. They said, you're allergic to life. Because all 12 of the needles came that I was allergic to something. They really tried to implant some stuff in me. All along it was these parasites triggering different immune responses and stuff. Yeah, so now I'm not allergic to anything. Woo! Yep. Yo, we've been lied to about so much. It's a shame. Yeah. So let me know, Marge, let me know how it go for you. Woo. Woo. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do 10-pounders later. Yeah. Why don't they let us listen to music on YouTube? What is that about? Well, you can, but it has to be licensed music. Like, that's crazy. Whew. Alright, that's what. Let me see. We ain't gonna do long today, because I gotta run. 23 minutes. All right. Ooh. Yep. Yeah, I'm definitely going to switch to my 10-pounders. Whew. Because I'm really ready to open all this crap up. Oh, it feels so good. Woo. Started doing bentonite clay for baths. Girl, same. I already started adding stuff. Oh my God. Yes, that bentonite clay. Baby, I can't keep up with that no more. That's so expensive for a small amount. I'm so sick of it. But no, it is good though. Do you take it too? That's good to flush out like the toxins and stuff too. Like if you take it. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and take some of that bentonite clay too. It's really good. I'm about to go get my kale. My kale, what am I getting today? Kale, dark greens. Kale and I might get some spinach today too. Because all of those go into my soups, y'all. When you do a detox, make sure you're consuming a lot of dark leafy greens. So anything that starts to unalive inside of you will get, bounded up and pulled out. We need the fiber to pull anything out. Mm-hmm. It's so expensive, but I was limited. Yes, it's too expensive for me. I can't afford it. So I had to stop, using it. I had to stop taking it. But I need to find my yeah, I wish I could. I really do. I really do. I'm trying to figure out a way to put this on my neck. The piece that I had with it wasn't it wasn't good enough. But yeah, March, try listening to the frequencies. Try out the frequencies and see how that do you. You might find it like, okay, 528 heals your DNA. 741 removes all toxins. Get them toxins up out of your body. Period. I'm trying to find something. I gotta make this a necklace or something. Shit. I just want to put my tourmaline piece on here. 528 and the other one is 741. When you type them in, make sure you type in pure. You want the pure tones. You don't want the watered down. You don't want the watered down version. So type in 528 pure tone. And it's going to pop right up. Those are solfeggio frequencies. He has the whole listing. You can actually do the one that's for 9 hours and let them all play. Or you can start with cleansing the body, which is 741 that will remove the toxins. And 528 will heal your DNA. I'm going to have to use this. Yep, I'm going to have to use this, baby. Because I'm about to go out, baby. I'll be need my tourmaline on my neck. Yep, so 528 and 741, those are good for you. Trust, you're going to feel a major difference. Yeah. All right, I might come back on a little bit later, March. Love you to life. And whoever else is on, I can't even see who it is. It's only 2 of y'all right now, but I can't see your name. But whoever you are, hello and hi. Yeah, but I'll be back on later, March. I gotta go get me some dandelion greens. I'm gonna get a bunch of kale because when you're detoxing, you need dark leafy greens, dark leafy greens, dark leafy greens. So I'm gonna get a lot of that, and I'm gonna get back to making my soups. And I probably need to stop and get my noodles too. So I'm gonna make me a I guess a big soup. Gosh, so bitter. Have a great day. I appreciate you. I'll be at work. Enjoy. Oh, you too, March. Have a fabulous day. I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all. Oh, let me see. How do I get off? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I could have shared this. I keep forgetting. Oh, I could have shared the Facebook, Instagram, but they don't allow you to share the TikTok. Interesting. Okay. All right. Whatever. All right, guys. See y'all later. All right.